An expression pedal is a pedal you use to control other pedals. And in this video, I'm going to show you 5 ways you can use one at an advanced level. For starters, let's go over the basics. When you have an effect that can take an expression pedal, normally what happens is you plug the expression pedal into it, and then one of these knobs gets taken over by the expression pedal. So instead of controlling it by turning it with your hand, you can control it with your foot by rocking the expression pedal. Sometimes you can choose which knob gets taken over. Sometimes it can be multiple knobs. Sometimes you don't have a choice. But no matter what, my first piece of advice is to start to think in terms of phrases that use the expression pedal. Sometimes just by using the expression pedal randomly with your foot while you're playing, you can get some interesting results, but I'm saying don't do that. I'm saying learn to incorporate the expression pedal into your phrasing. There are ways to develop this. I think the best training is to start with an effect that's very extreme, like ring modulation. In the examples you're about to hear, I'm using a ring modulator, and I have the expression set up so that it's controlling the mix. So I can bring the really extreme ring modulation effect in by putting the expression pedal down, and then I can go back to my normal tone by bringing the expression pedal up. Set up something like that, and then try these exercises to start thinking in terms of how to phrase with it. The first thing is to take a phrase and then just use the expression pedal on the note that is the accent. So instead of this, do this. Next piece of advice is hit the expression pedal right on the onset of every note. So every note begins with this dose of expression pedal, and then as soon as the note is underway, bring the expression pedal off. Okay, the next thing is sort of like a version of call and response playing. Play a phrase normal, then play a phrase with the expression pedal, and then play a last phrase that'll sort of resolve the whole thing without the expression pedal. Next thing to try is hit the expression pedal hard every time you bend. It sounds simple, but that alone can do a lot. For this next thing I'm about to play you, I stopped using ring modulation. I was using the Syntax Error by Alexander Pedals. I had this in its stretch mode, which just does this sort of like really nutty rubber band effect. It's like a very sort of artificial whammy pitch effect that I was controlling with the expression pedal. And I was only really using it on the onset of certain notes and for the bends. But just doing that transformed the entire performance. My next pro tip is you can think of any expression pedal as giving you 2 presets. The first preset is the sound when the expression pedal's down. Second preset is the sound when the expression pedal's up. So for this next example, I'm using the STRYMON Dig. This is a delay pedal. I start with the expression pedal down, and that is set to give me a very, very fast delay time. It's actually like a flanger effect at that point. It's just this nice stereo flanger that I use for a verse, and when I switch to the chorus, I push the expression pedal up, and now it gives me this very specific dual delay sound. It's like got a particular rhythm that I need for the chorus of this song. Now, some of you might be thinking, wait, the STRYMON Dig, this particular pedal can do presets on its own. That's true, but you either need a special external STRYMON switch or you need to use MIDI. Both of those things are complicated. Expression pedal is not that complicated. next pro tip is to use an expression ramper. A ramper is just a device that does what an expression pedal does by itself. So you turn it on, it starts sending out expression pedal values as if your foot was on a real expression pedal, but your foot doesn't need to do anything. The ramper just does it automatically. So for this next example, I'm using a ramper with the Boss PS6 Harmonist. That's a pitch shifter, and the pitch shift is continually getting fired and refired by the ramper in this way that it sounds cool. It's like there's this extra chord change coming into my playing. My next pro tip is to use a ramper or an automatic expression pedal that can do random. My favorite is the TWA sidestep. This does what a normal ramper can do, but it also has the option of sending out random expression pedal values, and that is a gold mine. In this next example, I'm using it with the syntax error again. This might be my favorite pedal ever, by the way, my single favorite. It can do a bunch of different things. I think they're all incredible. In this next example, I'm using its cube mode, which is just what it calls its built-in distortion effect. But the distortion level is continually being reset randomly with a sidestep. By the way, if you want to buy the syntax error or an expression pedal or any pedal, you can support the channel by using one of my affiliate links. I'll put it in the video description. I have affiliate links with perfectcircuit.com, and anything you buy with those links will give me a small commission. Money! My last pro tip is to use the Expressionator from Mission Engineering. This is something that lets you control up to 3 different effects with one expression pedal. So you just take your expression pedal, plug it into the Expressionator, and it has 3 outputs, and you can use those to control multiple effects at the same time, up to 3. But the coolest thing about it, if you want, you can set those different outputs to interpret your expression pedal differently. So you can have one output do the opposite of what the expression pedal is. When your expression pedal is down, this output will act as if the expression pedal is up, and vice versa. So for this next example, I've set up a signal flow where I have 2 different reverbs, the Alexander Space Force and the Alexander Syntax Error again. They're both doing shimmer reverbs, so they're both doing reverb with a pitch shift, but it's a different pitch shift. This one is doing octave, this one is doing perfect fifth. And I'm using the Expressionator to control the mix on both oppositely. So when I put the expression pedal down, the perfect fifth reverb dominates. When I put the expression pedal up, the octave reverb dominates. Both of those are going in and out based on the same expression pedal input. And that effect, those 2 things sort of giving way to each other, is a lot cooler than I thought it would be.